Hi everybody, it's Katrina. Welcome to Katrina's Garden Homestead. I am here making breakfast this morning and everyone wanted waffles. So part of the pantry challenge for me has been to break out some of these kitchen helpers that I had that were still in the box. Hadn't used them, and this was one of them, and it is a waffle maker. It's a small one. It's not one of those big industrial types, but it does get the job done. So I decided to read the directions the night before, and I broke it out and started making waffles. Now this makes waffle sticks. So the importance of going through the fridge, I found these sausages in this bag on the door behind some things. So yes, I am going through this refrigerator to make sure stuff is not being wasted. And sometimes it happens when you live with multiple people. Although they're on board with the pantry challenge and everything, they're still learning how to preserve things and put them away properly. So I'm not mad. I don't get mad about those things. I just make it a teaching opportunity for everyone in the house because everyone wants to preserve and save their money. So that's what we're doing. I am making breakfast right now. And that's what our waffles are looking like. Over here I have pecan waffles. And then I will finish this off with blueberry. Alright, so this is what our waffles are looking like. That's a blueberry one. And then there's some plain ones down there. And these are the pecan waffles here. Alright, and I'm just letting my waffle maker cool down now. I've got the pork sausage cooking up here. And these sausages I did pick up at the farmer's market. I buy a lot of my food and stuff from the farmer's market. Got some stuff spilled in here, so I'm going to have to clean that today. Those are links. And this is what I had for breakfast this morning. So I have the pecan waffles with some sausage. So I'm going to go enjoy this, and I will be back. Hi everybody, it's Katrina back to you with the Three Rivers Challenge. For dinner tonight, we did do the chicken fritters that I had found in the freezer, as well as onion rings. I cooked the chicken. My daughter cooked the onion rings. However, let me just say this. Sometimes what you think is not that good actually turned out to be pretty good. So I was a little surprised. And I think the onion rings were a little bit darker because some seasoning she's put on there. But it had a very good taste to it. This was a breaded chicken that came in a bag. I don't even know where she got it from. But it's been in my freezer for quite some time. Actually, since they moved down here. And they moved down here in, oh my God, like last year in June or July. So I did season these. I am not a fan of breaded chicken. But as you can see, it was a full pan. Now it is not. What's left, I guess, is going to be for my daughter who's at work. That's just usually how we do things here. Alright, so I also went ahead. I wrapped the food up for my daughter. I also went ahead and did some meal prepping for tomorrow. I found some fruits in the refrigerator as well that I needed to get processed. So I had some apples. I had 3 apples, not a lot, but 3 apples. And I made this apple. And I am not going to can, because applesauce doesn't last long in my house at all. I realized when I found those, actually it was 5 apples. But when I found them, I realized I do have applesauce canned down on the shelf, but out of sight, out of mind. So my family doesn't retreat to the canning shelves very often. Unless I say, yeah, we have that, go down there and get it or something like that. because it is downstairs, and it's downstairs in my downstairs pantry, on the canning shelves, and it's just not thought about. So I'm not going to can these two. I'm going to leave them up here so that there's some applesauce up here, because like I said, my family loves applesauce. I also have these oranges. Let's see. And what I plan to do with those is to make a syrup. And this recipe comes from a lady that I follow here on YouTube. And I will mention her name when I actually make the syrup and do the video and everything. That will be a separate video, but I will be preserving those oranges as well. So I did go ahead and start some meal prep for tomorrow. Tomorrow I do have some smoked turkey necks. I actually went shopping downstairs in my freezer. Didn't go to the store. But I had some turkey necks. I'm going to use those in these seasoned butter beans that came from my store can pantry, which is that refrigerator that I showed you all. And I'm going to fry some chicken. I brought some chicken up from the downstairs pantry. And I will be fixing that, as well as some broccoli. So that will be tomorrow's dinner. Tomorrow's going to be one of those light days for breakfast because my daughter has to go to school. My grandson has to go to school. And my kids will probably not be up as early as me. All right, so stay tuned to see what tomorrow's breakfast is. It probably will be just me and Mom, and it will be something light. It is not going to be heavy. I will fix a lunch so that when they get up, that'll be their breakfast, so to speak. And no, I don't always cook for everybody. I do most of the cooking, but that's because okay, y'all. I don't like people in my kitchen. They put stuff back in the wrong places, and they don't put the food up right sometimes. It's that kind of thing. So I'm very particular about it. My middle daughter has caught on. She's very good about it. But my oldest daughter and my youngest and my grandson, yeah, not quite as far as preservation part goes. They understand the concept. They just are still, I guess I want to say lazy-minded, so to speak. fast for everything fast. So no, I don't always cook every meal. Sometimes the other family members step in and cook. But I do all of my canning and all of the baking and stuff like that, because now they don't know how to bake stuff yet. But my youngest daughter is learning. She actually helped me can up the chicken broths yesterday, and so she's learning about canning and everything. She's getting ready to graduate and hopefully go off to a beautiful college and learn some things. And she said that when she goes off to college, she wants to be able to preserve her food because she knows she's going to be on a budget. So every dollar she makes, she saves half of it in her savings account. So she's learning and doing very well in that respect, and I'm very proud of her. She's my senior, my last baby. So that is where I'm at for meal prepping this week. I go back to work Tuesday, so I have not prepped beyond Tuesday. But I will get together tomorrow evening and definitely show you my lunchbox, because I will pack a lunch to take with me to work for Tuesday morning. All right, so that was my night tonight, y'all. I ended it with the applesauce here and I will be working with those oranges probably sometime tomorrow. Let me turn my oven off. Gotta clean my oven. I did clean up those spots that were somebody spilled stuff there. It was probably me, but I cleaned that up, and I'm gonna clean the top of my stove off, and then probably wash up these few little dishes that are over here in the sink. Get my water dripping because it is supposed to be some cold temps tonight too. My chickens are thriving. They're doing very well. I took them water and made sure they had water today, and fed them, and Then they went and snuggled back up together in the coop. So nothing but blessings down here. It is hot in this kitchen. I'm sweating, y'all. They got a fireplace going in the living room. I'm sweating, y'all. So I'm going to go in my bedroom. Yes, my bedroom is a little bit on the cold side, but it is where all the construction was done first. And my daughter said it's because my floors are naked, and they are. We stripped all the carpeting up in there and did wood floors. So my floors are very cold, but that's okay because I'm sweating right now, y'all. And I don't even have the double oven on. I only have the top oven on. So I'm going to get out of this kitchen. I'll come back and wash up everything. But right now I'm going to get out of this kitchen, go have me something to drink, probably a cup of coffee, because by the time I get in my room, I'll be cold. As such is my saga here in this house that we are reconstructing. In the meantime, in between time, you all be blessed and happy harvesting.